While you're getting all situated, if you would do me a favor, if you just mute yourself, if I hear some background music. Listen to me. I wish it was music. Background noise, thank you. Just go ahead and mute yourself. That would be awesome. And good morning, and thank you so much for being on this wonderful call today, you guys. I so appreciate Annie and Robert doing this. I absolutely think it's fabulous. For those of you who can get on, it's just really good training and good nuggets and a great way to start your day. And it's very interesting as I prepared to figure what I was going to train on this morning. I thought, oh my gosh, we really do train on a lot of the same stuff, right? And of course, Jeff says, master the mundane. Before I go in, if some of you who don't know me, I'm Karen DeSantis Meyer, and I have just been in this crazy business for a long time, but just here to help you. That's all it is, guys. No better than you. Just have gone through all the mastering the mundane of the stuff that you're going to hear and keep doing it over and over and over. And so I'm going to share something with you at the end, the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. But on that note, yesterday was great training. Anna talked about getting the month started right, and I think it is so important. Again, we are going to just talk a lot about the same stuff, but you know what I've learned over the years is that we are different this morning than we were yesterday. And so hang in there. You might want to yawn, you might want to go, oh, I've heard this before, but you guys, we are different today than yesterday. And it blew my mind when I started planning this last night for training, that I'm like, oh my gosh, this again, it reminded me that my mind was in a different place than it was, the day before and the day before. So the beautiful part of Miriam is that we have this system, and that it is simple, and that it's duplicable, and everybody can buy into it. The company gives us these tools that most other companies I was involved with never did. They always told me, go figure it out, go get your systems in place. That was their famous saying, go get your systems in place and you'll be great. Go get your systems in place. Well, Miriam has their own system, guys. And then this tracker that Annie and Randy and Robin, you guys, I love this tracker you guys are using, because it does keep your mind on a target. Okay, and we're going to talk a lot about that today. So again, the question yesterday, and I want to zero in on this, is, where do you want to be at the end of the month? And when you look at last month's numbers, and if you wanted to do even more, you guys, you can actually take the last 3 months of your volume and take an average, and you can sort of assume that's going to be your average, and then what are you going to need to get where you want to be by the end of the month? So you need to identify where the volume is going to come from. You can't just be a business owner and sit there and wait for it to fall out of the sky. You have to be proactive and make sure you've identified and know where those numbers are coming in from. So if you need 3,000 to finish up directorship, say you've got an average volume of 2,000 and you need 3,000, how are you going to get that 3,000, right? Is it going to come from 6 new brand partners of 500? Maybe. If your goal is to have 1 or 2 new brand partners, then there's 1,000 minimum, right? So there's 1,000 cut off from 3,000. Now you need 2,000. Where are you going to get the 2,000? So you need to learn to figure out those numbers so that you don't just land at the end of the month, that you hit your target at the end of the month, okay? So this tracker, I like to say, because again, as presidents, CEOs, and owners of our own business, we're in charge of getting from plan A to plan B, right? And so our job is to go from here to here. Now, we're going to go like this on the path, but as long as we're moving forward to plan B, and this is your target towards your target goal. Okay, that's what I love about this talk track target. I love that, because what you think about, you bring about, and when you have that in front of you, you're always going to be bringing your goals closer to you. It's like standing at I love this analogy, I've used it for years, standing at the free throw line on the basketball court, and your target is what? The basketball hoop. You're going to stand there, you're going to look up, and you're going to shoot the ball, and your target is the basketball hoop. If you stand there and look up and you don't see the basketball hoop, that's because your goal is not set in place. If you shoot the ball and hope it hits, where's it going to hit? You've got to have those goals set in the beginning of the month. You've got to have it in front of you so that you are going from A to B. You've got to have the mindset that you're going to hit and know how you're going to hit those goals. So what I've got here is, in here, you know, if you keep your on track from A to B, it's your target, it's the basketball hoop. Without it, no target, no goal, no belief, and then no activity. So here's 5 key performance indicators that I want to give you, and we got these yesterday from Jenny Greer, who's one of our coaches that we get to hear from periodically, and her dad is David Berg. And I want to give you these 5 simple key performance indicators, which of course we refer to as KPIs, that are simple and they're which will help you win. Her talk yesterday was learning to win by winning, not losing. But I don't need to go into that. But the fact is that I love these simple 5 key activities to help you stay on track to finish and helping you finish your month. That's the simplicity of the business, you guys. And then I'll go into the mindset. So number 1, have yourself a weekly sample goal. The company's got the RRPs, you know, I forget what is it, on the 23rd, I missed the date. We've got goals to give ourselves to think about with our testers. The eye serum testers are fabulous. They're instant gratification. People see right away wherever you are, put it a little bit on one eye, and that's going to help introduce our 5 beautiful products initially. Once they love and see that, then they're going to say, well, let me ask you something. Are you currently using any other type of anti-aging products? Because we have some other wonderful products that are science-backed. Let me, you know, I've got this bottle looking for a home for the next 5 days. Would you be interested? You know, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to take this home as well? So introducing it kind of gets you in the door with the eye serum. So have yourself a weekly sample goal. Number 2 is absolutely believe in, buy into personal development. You guys, it's interesting how when I'm coaching people, and most people tell me the best way they get out of a funk is picking up their personal development book. I heard that a couple weeks ago, 3 times in 1 week. You know what, I was feeling like a funk. I wasn't sure if this is what I wanted to do. I wasn't feeling good about myself, and I just picked up my book, and boy, did it get me out of the funk. So grab yourself a wonderful personal book. And I'll tell you, I'm just finishing up The Slight Edge for like the 3rd or 4th time. I don't even remember. But that is really my favorite. It's just an amazing book that talks about just making the right choices on a daily basis. And you know what? Read 5 pages in the morning and 5 pages at night, guys, if that's, you know, if that's too much, you know, all at once. So break it up. It's okay. Attend 3 to 4 events a month. And that means an RRP and or a market party with a guest, okay? Grab a neighbor. I'll never forget, I was at this event years and years ago up in Oxnard, and this lady stands up and they go, well, how many of you are ready to join? And she stood up. And we're like, oh, that's cool, you know, she's so cute. So the gal asked, so why are you joining? She goes, I don't know. I was grabbed out of my house tonight. My girlfriend next door told me she couldn't come to this meeting by herself. I told her I'd help her out. I didn't know what it was about. I knew she did the business, but I'm ready to join. And we're like, okay, we're going to do that. Go to your neighbor, you guys. Grab and say, look, I can't go to this event by myself. I'll buy you a glass of wine. I'll buy you a hamburger if you just go with me. Who cares? It doesn't matter. We have fun. We're not hard closers. And it's just information. You know, give them a U economy. Always have that U economy, guys. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome, right? This fabulous magazine. And tell them you are going to love this. It could change your life, or at least you'll learn a little bit about the future in your business. So just make sure you take a guest. Of course, another event is a sit down. If you can't get somebody to an event, if they don't show up to a market party and or RRP, call them up the next day, make sure they're okay. Hey, you know, I know you were planning to come last night. Just want to make sure you're okay. Let's grab a cup of coffee today and do a sit down. I love the sit downs. Build to 10 Class A prospects. Boy, did I love Anna's yesterday, right? She's got what, 11, and her shelves are empty. I love that. That was such a great visual. And you know, it's true. We've got to, I told Stephen, I've got to get the dentist today. The dentist is interested, and I'm trying to fit it in this morning or today, how we're going to do that. But that bottle is going to get to the dentist today. So build to 10. You know, and it makes me think too, because Anna was on the top recruiters list the last 2 weeks, and like 1 and 2. And it just again, you guys, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about the results. Just concentrate on the activity. And then 5 NLC points. Who cares if you're in and out? I don't want to hear about it, you guys. It doesn't matter if you don't make it, if you didn't make it. You know what? This is an ongoing program for you. It's not the company's program to go, ooh, we're going to go to the trip. This is an activity that I believe that we all need to be zeroed in on, because it breeds activity, it breeds confidence, it breeds consistency, and that's what we all need to build a business. If your dream was to be a brain surgeon, I think you have to go to school for what, 12 years? How many hundreds and thousands of dollars you invest in yourself. Then you have to go find a location to go build out a beautiful medical practice, an additional hundreds and thousands of dollars. And I'm sure Dr. Fred can relate to that. Many other doctors, if any of you are on the call. So you've got this beautiful medical practice. Your dream is to be a brain surgeon. It's been 15 years or what, something like that. Finally, dream come true. What do you guys think that brain surgeon needs to do next? You think that people are just going to walk in and say, here, go ahead and cut my brain? No, they have to go market themselves. They have to go brand themselves. They have to go find people. And that's what we do. And yet we don't have all those hundreds and thousands of dollars that we have to invest in, or we don't have to have a beautiful medical practice that we have to spend thousands of dollars to build out. We have a simple business, you guys. And all we have to do is go find skin. That's all it is. It's so simple, and yet so many people make it more difficult than it really is. So here's what I want to leave you, and then we'll open it up. I love this. Let me find it. Just one moment. Okay, so fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. A fixed mindset avoids challenges. A growth mindset embraces it. A fixed mindset gives up easily due to obstacles. A growth mindset persists despite obstacles. Fixed mindset sees effort as fruitless. Growth sees effort as path to mastery. Fixed mindset ignores useful feedback. Growth mindset learns from criticism. Fixed mindset, be threatened by others' success. Growth mindset is be inspired by others' success. So I just love that. It just helps me realize, because again, my word is mindset. And I know Anna's is intentional, and my mindset has just been so helpful to staying on track, going from A to B, staying in that compartment, if you will, and moving forward. And so with that, thank you so much. And if you guys have a question, please unmute yourself.
Well, first of all, I have a question for you, Karen. Can you put that fixed and growth mindset on our page?
I could try, or I can send it to you. Can I send it to you?
No, send it to me, because
okay.
I'll put it on there. I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful way to look at it, and I think everybody would love to have that in front of them.
Awesome. All right, it's coming your way right now.
Okay. All right, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Come on, you guys, give me a question. One, come on. Come on. Robin, I see you laughing up there. Give me a question. Really? You guys are masters?
I don't really have any questions because that was really good, and I took notes, and I don't have any one particular question.
All right. So let me put this out here, guys.
Have questions though, but they get shy and then they don't want to ask questions.
Well, here's what. Let's open this up. Instead of asking a question, how about it's the 4th of the week, 4th of the month. What challenge has any of you experienced that we can talk about? Because I'm sure it's a challenge that others have either experienced before. So what challenge has anybody, if you've given a bottle out, if they've gone no or ooh, or, you know, it smells, it's sticky, what have any of you experienced a challenge so far this month? Let's talk about it.
I can start. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Denise.
So some of my challenges that I trying to work through it, getting people to commit to watching a video. So I just don't want to send them out, and I want to actually set a date for them to watch it so I can follow up. Otherwise, I don't really consider that an exposure. I think you guys have all talked about having to, you know, set a follow-up. So I'm finding that people are saying, yeah, they're going to watch it, and then I follow up, and then they didn't. And then I'm following up, and I'm following up, and then a week goes by, and now I'm exhausted, and I'm not following up with them anymore because I'm just following up, and they're watching it, and they're telling me they have all these reasons why they couldn't. So I'm not sure if I should revisit that in a month, in 2 weeks, give up, move on. I mean, I'm going to move on, obviously, but what do I do about those folks that sort of committed but then didn't hold up to their end of the bargain?
You know, it's an interesting situation. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And if it helps, just detach yourself from the results. Okay, because I know we get disappointed when somebody doesn't follow through with what they say, or we have to learn to detach ourselves from the results. Okay, all we can do is offer them the video, and then, you know, keep moving forward, keep asking others, come back to them. Oh, haven't seen the video, follow up with them so you don't get exhausted. So if you're working your Fort Knox box or your systems of following up, it's not going to hurt as much if you're following up with others and you've got, you know, good 10 Class A prospects, because when you've got a lot of Class A prospects in the funnel, those onesie twosies don't hurt as much. Mm. So that's why I think the mindset of building your Class A prospects funnel to a good solid 10, it won't matter when the others don't follow up so quickly. I think the other thing too is it's not what we say, it's how we say it. It's the delivering of the message of oh my gosh, I've got something that you need to take a look at. You know what? Whether this is for you or not, it doesn't matter. You've got to check this out. This is so incredible. And you know what? You may know somebody that this is really good for. And it's this, oh my gosh, feeling of you need to take a look. So, you know, it's funny, Denise, because for me, I tried that concept of hey, when are you available? That doesn't feel comfortable to me. It's so I do send them out. I'll send them out, and it's easier for me to find, again, everybody's different, to follow up if they haven't looked at it, because we know when they haven't. And so I'll say, hey, I noticed you haven't checked it out. You've got to check this out. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a glass of wine. You've got to take a look at this. And that way, when you've got that sense of urgency, then they're going to go, you know, wow, you know, what is it? You know what? It's interesting. It happened this end of the month. And it's not necessarily a video, but we had a prospect, one of my brand partners was just so wanting this person to come in. It was going to help her rank up to the next level. And man, I drove out to Upland to check, you know, to be with her at the market party. And we talked with her a couple times a day. She's done another business. She's, you know, this and that. Well, she was like, the last minute of the day, she was like, well, no, you know, I don't have a credit card. And I immediately got off the phone. I just said, you know what, enough is enough. Leave it alone. She'll come in when she comes in. She came in yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's like we've got to release ourselves from the results and not so get disappointed. Okay, and you know, if you feel like you need to, I think it's just the delivery, and don't worry about it if they don't. Just keep them in your funnel. Keep them in your. Do you guys work on the Fort Knox box, which is the system of follow up? I don't know if you know that. Maybe I'll train on that again. But Micaiah trained on it at the regional last month. I use 1 and he uses 3. And I thought the concept of the 3 was so awesome, because when you call somebody and you leave them a message, hey, oh my gosh, you've got to check this out, check out the video. You call them again, like a couple days, you put them into the couple days date, and they don't answer. And so what he does is he puts them into the next box. Like the first box is the class A's, the second box is the continue to follow up, the third box is never no answers, no answers, no answers. And I thought that concept was an interesting way to follow up. So again, it's just part of the business. Hope that helped.
Annie, can you unmute Laura? For some reason, her phone is stuck and she has a question and she can't figure out how to unmute herself. And I can't unmute her from my column either because you're the host.
There she is. Laura, it looks like you're unmuted. Are you out there?
I don't know. She's having problems with her phone, but she texted me her question, so can I read it? Where is it?
Yes. Yes.
She wanted you to share your plan with the dentist. How did you approach and plan the drop-off, follow-up, etc.? Just so everybody can hear how you approach them.
Good question. Okay, so it's Steven's dentist. It's not mine. Unfortunately, Linda Lindsay and I go to the same dentist, so she was there first. I wish I could go to my dentist. So they were very interested the last time, and we never followed up. Okay, being real here. So he goes in, another 3 months later, and I'm like, we need to follow up. We need to follow up. And I was in Denver last week, so I said, you need to mention, about the the bottles, the tester bottles. He said, oh, yeah. So he mentioned the bottles, and he told them, hey, you guys were interested. He planted it in their head. It's not us. You were the ones that asked for it last time. We're so sorry. We're going to get it to you. When is a good time for you next week? And she said, I can only do it on my lunch hour. So 12 o'clock Tuesday. And so that's why, and that's what we're doing. So we're just going in. I'm going to take, I believe in what you show, you sell. So some of you might want to just show the night cream, but you know what? You need to give the day cream as well. I think that's really, really huge. I wish the company would do, a little bit more, or make sure they buy those packs, or when they do start earning points, to make sure they get day creams, because people are not going to buy the day cream if you don't show it. Right? When we do drop off, you guys, I always give them the next step flyer so that they can see the prices. They can see all the other different mention that we have a loyalty program that they will get more discount and free shipping as the days go on. So I always drop off the Nerium Experience flyer, the bottles, take their picture, and the next step flyer. And always, today is Tuesday. She gets Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So obviously we're not going to pick up the bottle on Sunday. I will be back on Monday or Tuesday, which is best for you. Always setting up the follow-up at the time of drop-off. And I give them 2 options. It's either going to be Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to assume it's going to be at her lunch hour again. And so she's going to give me that time. I'm going to have her write down the date on the Nerium Experience flyer so that she sees it, she writes it down, she remembers, and she knows I'm coming to get my bottles. And I'm going to let her know, these are mine. Okay, it's our job to let people know. They're not used to getting full-size retail bottles, right? So we have to let them know, guys, this is my bottle. I know you're going to want your own, like most people, but this is mine. So I'm coming back on Monday, and if it's something you're going to like to do, which I know you probably will, you're going to probably not see phenomenal miracles. Don't set them up for amazing stuff, but you're probably going to sense a feeling of the skin and maybe some, diminishing of some wrinkles. And when I drop stuff off, guys, I always ask, what's the number one thing that you'd like to fix on your face? And you make sure you take a good picture of it, right? Because you're zeroing in on that number one. I mean, we just assume it's everything, right? Front, eyes, mouth, 11s, neck, the 5 pictures. But you know what? Zero in on that number so that when you come back, you remember, oh my gosh, let's check out the lines above your lips, because I know that was really important for you. So let's see what's going on. And trust me, you may not see, miracles. Some people do, but you're going to sense a change in the skin like I did. And I'm so amazed with the skin, the products. That's how I set people up. Okay, guys, anything else? Some of you are in carpool.
I can interject something.
Yes, Michelle.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
When you were talking, when I heard the other lady talk about, pretty much people, it's just an excuse that they're not watching the video or whatever it is. But I was listening to Danny Johnson, and I don't know if you know who that is, but
I love her. Yes.
She says that excuses are just well thought out lies. They're just well planned lies. And when I heard that, it just made me think about people's excuses as not so important then. So I don't like take that in and hold on to it. I just don't even hear it. You just follow up anyway. It doesn't matter. Just, does that make sense?
Yeah, so what you're telling me is that you've released yourself from the results, that's not necessarily what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean it's just an excuse for that moment. It doesn't mean that it's forever and it's permanent.
Michelle, exactly. People take everything so personal. Oh, she doesn't want to hear it from me. She doesn't like me. She hasn't answered my, she's not interested. You guys, that's not it. I promise you that's not it.
I know that because I've done that a million times and I didn't mean it to be any way, but it doesn't mean that I'm eventually not going to do something. If you ask me enough times, I definitely will do it.
I am the same way. I donate my blood. Stevie platelets. It was a while ago before we went to Mexico, and I can't give blood because I was out of the country, but they keep calling, and I don't answer the phone. But does that mean I'm not interested in donating my blood anymore? No, and I've not told them I was out of the country, so I guess I could tell them that. But they're persistent, and they're going to get my blood again eventually.
Right, exactly. So
donate again.
That's just one way. That 30-day boot camp that she has, it's free. I mean, I've only listened to 7 days of it, but it's like life-changing, and
if you can't do that, carry a Q-tip. And the acronym is quit taking it personal.
Right. Okay, so there's
I love that, Michelle. Thank you.
No problem.
Anybody else?
No, but it's true what Michelle's saying. So the customer that I got yesterday is someone that I put on a Zoom in the winter when we were having a blizzard to check out the products when we were doing Zoom RRPs. Then I had a sit down with him. Then his wife was on my Facebook party. Then I had a sit down with her. Then on the 30th, he told me he was going to order the product and he didn't. So then we were phone tagging and he finally ordered yesterday, and I'm having another sit down with him on Friday because his family's in Colombia. So it's like, it's not that he was blowing me off. It wasn't important to order the EHT then, and now he wants to try it. So I'm just persistent. Pleasantly persistent, but I never give up on them. I just call them and call them and call them until they meet with me.
I truly believe that those are the tougher of the customer and our brand partner prospect make the best business partners. Not always. I mean, Annie was amazing. She was like, whatever you're doing, Karen, we're on. I mean, she kind of whatever you're doing, we'll support. But it's the tougher ones are the loyal ones. They're just keep being on them because they are, again, back to Michelle, it's not that they're not interested. It's just not the right time. They just bought. They don't have it in their budget, but they're not going to tell you that. We just have to be pleasantly persistent. And it all boils down to that belief in the product, that belief that everybody deserves to be on it, that every brain, every skin, oh my gosh, you've got to be on this product. I know you were super excited. We talked about it during the blizzard. I know, I'm here for you whenever you're ready. Hey, look at, what? I've got this last box on my shelf. If you want it, I can come and drop it off for you. There's so many different ways where you can be of service to these, to people. And if they choose it, great. If they don't take it personal.
It's true. And he will be an awesome brand partner because he was selling me on systems yesterday because he's an insurance agent and he's meeting with clients down in my area. So that's why we're meeting for coffee. But he's literally he's like, there's a system to everything. And I was like, yes, there is. Like,
you guys, awesome. Jens Johnson, 4-star national out of Dallas. Jen. She spoke at a conference. She has her master's degree. She is so uber smart, like Hal Walbrink. She's the one that came into Jenny Cosby, and she was like, oh, Jenny, you know, you're going to totally lose a ton of money. And she was so not interested in this. And I'll just support you and come in with the kid, because Jenny asked her about 25 times. And I'll just support her because they were college roomies. And do you know, once she discovered that there was a system with Miriam, she ran with it. She said, Karen, I'm a systems girl. I mean, I think she's a double master's. She loves business, but she was so not interested in this, right? I mean, most people think it's so dumb and whatever. But when you find out that there's a system, brilliant business people buy into that, you guys. And Robin, man, you are right on top of that one. He likes his systems. You tell him, look, we got the system. You don't have to guess anything to do this. We've got a system just like a McDonald's system. It's proven success. So
the wife joined Isogenics about 4 months ago, so I have that little hurdle of, but I'll get there eventually.
You know, I'm going to be curious to see how we compare once we come out with our stuff in January, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We got some amazing stuff coming. They told us yesterday. You'll probably hear it on the corporate call today. Some amazing things that's going to turn our businesses into like frenzy come January 7th. So it's amazing stuff, you guys. Amazing stuff. Your lives are going to be just changing. And by the way, something I also do tell when people say, well, what is it that you have? What is it that you want to show me? And I look at them, I just say, I've got a lifestyle. I've got a lifestyle. And they're like, yeah, whatever. So you know what? Just keep sharing that. Keep showing them good stuff. Show your life on Facebook. Doesn't have to all be Miriam. Just show your life. Show your kids. Show your fun. Show the, you know, just a beautiful world that we live in, you guys. And it's going to be amazing. Just hang in there. It's awesome. So thanks so much for being on here, you guys. It's 7:30. I know you all have to go, and just appreciate you being here. And Annie, thank you so much for this amazing training. It's great stuff. Love it.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Karen. It was great.
I don't know if I need my coffee anymore. It's coming on to these meetings.
I really appreciate you guys all being here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen.
Thanks so much.
Bye, everybody.